Okay guys, cool. So I'm going to teach you how to get your vocals to sit inside a 2-track beat. I'm going to have 2 different techniques for you guys, very quick, very simple, but very, very effective, both using the Pro-Q4, or you can use the Pro-Q3 as well if you don't have that. But let me show you the first one. So we have the beat loaded up here, just a 2-track beat that we've been given, and the vocals. Let me just loop a section of the vocals. We'll just take a listen.
I've been living in a daydream, trying to avoid all the issues that start to plague me. So I remove myself from my reality. I hit the substance right and that starts to free me. Now I start to see the sunlight through the window.
Okay, cool. So obviously, first things first, best way about getting the vocals to sit in the mix is just proper leveling. You know, really listen to it and feel it, but sometimes it's either 2 on top or 2 below. I'm going to show you 2 techniques that can help you with that. So on the beat stem we have here, I'm going to load up a Pro-Q4, and the first one is using a technique called mid-side EQ, which is basically where we EQ as normal, but we're either removing just the mids from the frequency or the sides from the frequency, boosting or removing either side. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a little pocket in the mid section of the frequency in the beat for the vocals to sit in. So around the clarity and the body of the vocal, to help it sit inside the beat, and then the beat almost feel like it's curving around it. So most of the body in this vocal will have a little look and see where the clarity is. So we can pull up this Pro-Q4 that I have here.
I've been living in a daydream, trying to avoid all the issues that start to plague me. So
as you can see, it's covering the frequency span, but a lot of it is happening between 500 to 2K. So that's where we're going to look at. So we're going to get a Q but right in the middle of those 2, and I'm going to lower it 3 dB to start with. And then over here in this section here, I'm going to change this to mids. Now I am cutting away all of the mids in this section, 3 dB of the mids in this section, creating a little bit of a pocket for our vocals to sit in.
I've been living in a daydream, trying to avoid all the issues that start to plague me. So I remove myself from my reality. I hit the substance right and that starts to free me. Now I start to see the sunlight.
Now you can already hear just with that small adjustment that it's not fighting as much for the beat, but now maybe the vocals sound a little bit too on top, or whatever the issue might be on your side of things. What I like to do is put a Q directly above it, same sort of pan, and I will change it to sides. Now that's going to boost those same frequencies, so we're not just cutting away a part of the beat, it's just moving it to the side, which is actually going to widen the instrumental, bring it to the sides, but allow our vocal to sit in the middle.
I've been living in a daydream, trying to avoid all the issues that start to plague me.
And we can make this a bit more extreme if we wanted to, widen the Q and up the cut and the boost.
I've been living in a daydream, trying to avoid all the issues that start to plague me. So I remove myself from my reality. I hit the substance right and that starts to free me. Now I start to see the sunlight through the window. All the dark voices fade into an echo. My head sinks deeper to the pillow. Restart life like a video game, Nintendo. I've been living in a daydream.
So there you have it. You have a nice rounded beat that is circulating the vocal, but the vocal is still able to sit inside that beat and sound clear and on top, and you can hear all of the words that the rapper's saying. So really great technique for that. It's very simple. You can use it on loads of different stuff. I even use it on when I have the beat stems, if there's like big pianos and things like that that are taking up a lot of frequency. On mid-side EQ those, just moving a bit of the mids away, allowing the vocal to sit in the middle. It's a fantastic EQ technique, and I use it a lot in my mixing process. Sorry to interrupt the video guys, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to let you guys know this episode wouldn't have even been possible without our sponsor, Inside the Sound. Inside the Sound is the all-new hub for everything pro audio, with technical breakdowns from some of the world's best engineers and producers. Also, they'll have sample packs and mix templates, production templates for pretty much any DAW, and live events plus live streams. So if you're a massive music nerd like me, trust me, Inside the Sound is the place to be. It launches at the end of the year, so hit the link below to sign up to the newsletter to stay updated with everything Inside the Sound and be one of the first people to access this crazy exclusive content. Anyway, enough from me. Shout out to Inside the Sound. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so, and then for the second technique, we're going to use the Pro-Q4 again. And what we're going to do is we're going to use Spectral EQ, which is going to basically remove all of the harmonics from our vocals out of the instrumental, ducking them, allowing the vocal to sit in the instrumental. So the way that we do this is we're going to come over to our side chain, get the bus. We're going to use our vocal bus, which is bus 5. This has all of the rap vocals in. And then we're going to get that same cue, just duck it down right in the middle. I'm going to widen it slightly, and then we can up the gain because we don't want to actually just permanently be removing anything from the beat. We just want it to be, when we click this drop down menu here, the spectral EQ. So it's just going to be removing the harmonics. So then we can drop this down, let's say be a bit extreme about it, 6 dB. To make this work, we need to click this button here, and then this little button here is quite well hidden. That's going to then basically take our side chain as the input. Then I'll come over to the attack. I'm going to make the attack really fast and the release a little bit quieter, so it's got some time to really like let the vocal come through and sit into the cut away from the beat. And then we're going to drop down the threshold so it starts to really react. And then now when I play it, you should start to see the vocal cutting away from the instrumental via the EQ.
I've been living in a daydream, trying to avoid all the issues that start to plague me. So I remove myself from my reality, I hit the substance right and that starts to free me. Now I start to see the sunlight through the window, all the dark voices fade into an echo.
Which is really taking that main clarity from the vocal and just cutting it away from the beat. And you can push this and be as extreme as you need to, but it's not gonna like, you know, take away anything from the bass or the top end. It's just the frequencies and the harmonics that the vocals are taking up. It's just gonna be removing them, you know, automatically from the beat. So let's A/B this.
I've been living in a daydream, trying to avoid all the issues that start to plague me. So I remove myself from my reality, I hit the substance right and that starts to free me. Now I start to see the sunlight through the window, all the dark voices fade into an echo. My head sinks deeper to the pillow, restart life like a video game, Nintendo.
Really hear it start to like pop out, and you can hear the vocal clearly over the beat. So 2 really great techniques that I use all the time, both with beat stems and in 2 tracks. So just as a little recap, we have the mid-side EQ, cutting out the middle of the mids of the beat, right where the vocals would be sitting in the frequency span, and then boosting the beat on the sides over that same place to help wrap it around, make the beat wider, and giving a nice midsection for the vocal to sit in. And then alternatively, we have a similar technique, but just using the harmonics to automate the EQ to cut and lower the frequencies that the vocals are taking up in the instrumental. So both using the Pro-Q4, both super good techniques to use. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try it out for yourself. Let me know if you got on with it or if you have any questions. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Safe.